Here we go. Okay, well, the directors of Waitrose are probably at home with their feet up or watching the television. And we are on the river making a protest film because Waitrose have launched their planning application to build a superstore behind the mill here in Malmesbury. And this protest film is about the effects on the river. And the main issue is flooding. The superstore is going to create a maximum of 194 litres per second of runoff water, and it's all going to be piped over there, just under the footbridge. There are two pipes actually, and all the runoff water at 11 litres a second is coming through those pipes. But if it rains really hard, up to 194 litres a second is going to be coming over this weir from the site above where we're stopped now. That's 720,000 litres an hour, or somewhere in the region of roughly 16 million litres in 24 hours. Now that is going to make Malmesbury flood, and all the houses down here are going to be flooded. There's no question about that. It already nearly floods about twice a year as it is, and it's flooded twice in the last 8 years, as far as I know, and this is not going to make it any better. So everybody needs to say no to this plan. The other thing that this film is for is if they do build a store up there, if they're running the water of any sort off that car park, that water is going to be polluted. This river at the moment is one of the cleanest rivers you could find. It's 4A-star clean river. It has a huge variety of wildlife and diversity of species, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what will be polluted by this proposal. This is St John's Bridge. We're going under the bridge. We have bats that feed under this bridge at night. We don't know where they live. They may well live in the trees next to where they want to build the supermarket. They haven't bothered to check. We have a huge variety of fish. We have seen white crayfish here in the last 18 months, which are, you know, an endangered species. We have kingfishers, which are endangered. We have a pair of breeding heron. We have all kinds of species living in this river and around this river. Now, if you put millions of litres of polluted runoff water from a car park into this river, it's not going to do it any good. Again, Waitrose have not done any research on that. They've just totally ignored that problem. This area right where we are now is a fish spawning ground in the spring. You cannot see the water for fish just in this area because there's so many fish spawning. Again, pollution is a completely disastrous event for those fish. As we proceed down, the proposed supermarket development is on our right at the top of the hill. Now, all of that runoff water is intended to come onto the weir, and it'll be coming down this channel. This channel contains trout, contains pike, it contains roach, it contains perch, and it contains lots of other fish that I probably don't know the name of. As we go down here, we get to the place where we often see kingfisher, and we get to the place where we see the heron. I don't know, we might even see the heron in a minute. And on our right again, the edge of the supermarket site is about 15 meters away from us on our right. looking up the hill. As we just come down here, you'll probably be able to see it. So just up there where those three big trees are is the edge of the site. The corner is maybe 15, maybe 20 metres away from here. And my other concern, apart from, you know, the runoff when they built the bloody thing, is the runoff during construction. And building a large building and building a massive car park has got to create polluted water. And every drop of that pollution is going to end up in this river, right here, doing damage to the habitat. And again, Waitrose have made no proposals for how they're going to stop that happening, apart from a general comment about following good practice. As we come around the corner, this is the confluence of two branches of the Avon here in Malmesbury. I've seen crayfish here as well, and the otters live just up there around the corner. They've been seen up there around the corner. I've seen them myself down on this stretch. I saw a polecat just up here the other day, which is quite interesting. And the other interesting thing here is there's definitely a great crested newt population on the bank just behind me. One of my neighbours has seen them. Of course, technically, they don't live on the Waitrose site, so why should they worry? The fact that they live 20 metres away and will be affected by polluted runoff water is a relevant thing. Anyway, so as we come down here, oh dear, there goes the mallard, sorry about that. Looking to our right, that is the back of the proposed Waitrose site. Three big trees. They did a bat survey of those trees, but nowhere else, and guess what? The bats don't live in them. There's a surprise. But they do live somewhere. And coming down here, in the summer there are a lot of reeds here, and this is where you begin to see the dragonfly and damselfly populations at different times of the year. Obviously right now there aren't any, but there are an extraordinary variety of dragonflies down here, all kinds of different species, and every time I come down here I think some of them must be extremely rare. Again, Waitrose have done no investigation of any of that. And so really, not to make this film too long, this is a special place. This is a unique environment. Malmesbury is one of the oldest towns in England, and the river is what made Malmesbury special originally and what makes it special now. And Waitrose are proposing to frankly destroy a little unique corner of this environment because they haven't considered the effect of what they're doing. And all the evidence for the runoff statistics is in Waitrose's own report, which is available on the Wiltshire Council website. And I urge everybody to read that and make their own mind up about what the effect would be on the river here. And as I said earlier, even if you don't care about wildlife, you should care about flooding. And there's no question that if they build it as they propose to, they will increase the risk and the severity of the flooding to the houses next to the river here. And off the top of my head, that's at least 30 properties, including the Bowls Club, who won't be very pleased to find it underwater, and countless people who park in the car parks. There are two car parks that are in the flooding area, and again, there's been no consideration of that. So there we are, that's the end of our film about the Waitrose proposals.